everybody, Space Bubbles Bricks back here with another YouTube video. And today, I will be giving you a review of LEGO set 70423, ages 8 and up, 689 pieces. This is the Paranormal Intercept Bus 3000. And this is a Hiddenside set. One of my favorite Hiddenside sets, I will have to say right now. The reason for that is, it is one of my favorite LEGO colors, and that is the yellowish orange. There's not really a particular name for it, and this is a set that I got in a haul, and the haul will be one of the next videos, so watch out for that. And let's get straight into the review. I figured that we would start off small with a small porta-potty build. That this is the first thing that you build, and personally I think it is a pretty good build. I just said build about 20 times, but I don't really care. So this, the main play feature, well, it's not really a play feature. Well, yeah it is, but it's porta-potty. Then move it up, put 2 traffic cone feet on it, move the eyes up, and then open the door, and there you have a porta-potty monster. It's pretty silly, but personally I think that the build on the inside is pretty good. And oh no, well, that's something to note, that it gives you two 2x2 round tiles in brown, and that is supposed to be shooting poop, but it's pretty hard actually. Well, it's not actually that hard. Well, never gonna see that piece again. It's just one of the disc shooter pieces in the back. You just put one of the round discs there, and then just push it to fire it. And I would say it works very well. So, now let's get on to the actual bus. Now, one thing that I need to say about this bus before we start talking about it is, it is very large. A lot larger than you would say, or a lot larger than you would think for a $60 set. And it is actually 8 studs wide, which is very wide. But, well, it's not that wide, honestly. But for a build, like a vehicle, it is pretty big. Because its length, it is almost, I would say, more than a foot long. And I'll be right back with the exact measurements. Turns out that this bus is just barely under a foot. It is not exactly 11 inches, roughly. And here is it next to a couple other vehicles from LEGO. As you can see, it is a pretty large build. So, if we get right into the detail, you can see on the front is pretty intense with all the different lights. And this is one problem that I experienced with the set. I was missing a 1x1 transparent yellow stud. And not particularly a problem because I have a bunch of them on hand that I can just replace. And I'll mention another piece that was missing later on once I get back to where it is. But I think the front is actually really good. And yes, there's only supposed to be one of these large kind of floodlights. There's kind of like a unicorn horn, 2 stud shooters, most powerful weapon on Earth. And that actually stayed in my studio. Wow. If I put that back on, we can look at the mirrors, which I think is a very good design. It is a paint roller with a 1x2 hinge clipped onto it. I think they are a little bit too close to the center. Should be maybe a little bit further out to the sides. And up here, this is a sticker. They crossed out S and H to make it the cool bus. I thought that was a pretty cool detail. Up here, it has 23. I don't know what that's for. I'm pretty sure, well, actually, I'm pretty sure it's the bus number, because this was a school bus. And there is a license plate that says Newberry High on either side of it. And there's iron bars here. That's just kind of like a broken window. And the concept for this, I'm pretty sure, is the kids in Hiddenside, they found this bus that was pretty broken down, so they repaired it with random parts and pieces. That's why it looks pretty trashed. It looks pretty mangled with different pieces of different colors. Then on this side, there's a door, which is pretty nice. There's actually a lot of interior space, which you know I'm going to be glad about. And then in there, you can actually fit some decent stuff in there. And right here, I just have Dr. JB, or Professor JB rather, and her small weapon, which is, if you didn't already know, that in Hiddenside, there's an app on mobile phones that will find ghosts, and this is a weapon that Professor JB has put her phone onto to shoot the ghosts, I guess. But I'll get more in depth on that when I'm going through the figures at the end of the video. If we put the roof back on, it's only connected with 2 studs. Up here you have this turret, which doesn't really have much friction. You can just kind of spin, and I find that okay, because I might take it off. I will be doing modifications to this. I'll have a video out in the next couple of days about that. And then up here there is a color changer on the top of this, because the app that Hiddenside uses needs to see different colors, and that's how it will set up a different program or something like that. These 2 pieces are prints. I'm happy about that. And you have the girl up on the top that has a lever that is controlling the whole entire cannon. And back here, there is some sort of a satellite dish. And yes, this is on a hinge, so you can pose it how you want. And this is another clever way to change the color on the model between yellow, blue, and salmon red. I just like to keep it on, and then there's gray as an extra. So, pretty well detailed. There are stickers on the wheel wells, which are they're okay. They were pretty hard to put on. Back doesn't look the greatest. These 2 exhaust pipes look pretty cool though. Rear wheels, notable that it is way larger in the back. And it's funny, if you cut this side off like that, that looks like the rear of a normal bus. That's pretty big. But if you cut the back side off like that, that looks like the front of a bus that's pretty small. So it has a drastic change within scale. They were supposed to do that, but still, I think it would be pretty cool to see this as a full-size bus with these as the wheel wells, and this as a smaller size bus. But that's just my opinion. So if you go here, there's a little thing where you can pull down. Again, it reveals more color. Just kind of a little weapon here. Same on the opposite side. Red. Another weapon. And then moving swiftly on to the interior, you just have to pull this entire rear section out. And then here there's a small bed, a microscope, and a laptop, which does have a sticker in it. If I can get it open. There we go. Oh, can't find the camera. There is a sticker on it. Pretty easy to put on. Small laptop mold, folds up, stick it back where it came from. And then there's Jack, if that's his name, if I'm right, on these computer screens. Move him out of the way. Where there's a smart little mouse design. And then a pretty clever way to show a computer on the back, which I thought was pretty nice. And this is what the inside of the back of the bus looks like. A lot of room for expansion if you want to build your own module to slide in there, which I think is pretty cool. So I think that's about it for the bus. So let's get on to the figures. Figures off of Jack. I think he's got pretty good. I really like the hood piece. It's very nice. It's dual molded one piece. The jacket's very nice, generic. You could use it for many other figures, same with the pants. And for his phone, here is an up-close look at that. Focus. I will try to take less amount of time on the figures, because I know I spent a lot of time on the bus already. Parker with a salmon red phone. There you can get a pretty good look at it. Nice generic jean jacket. Again, you can use it for other figures. A beanie with pink hair, and an alternate expression is kind of confused, I guess. Professor JB, pretty good. As I say with all the characters, pretty much. Dual molded hair piece with the goggles. I think that turned out pretty well. And I would like to note that I got a second pair of pants for some reason, which is odd. But then again, oh, I have the phone on the wrong side. It's supposed to be held in the other hand, just like, just like that. So, there's Professor J. Spencer before the more ghostly figures. He is a dual molded dog, dual molded with white and clear. He has printed eyes and nose. I think he looks really good. And every different Spencer is completely different because of how the molding and marbling went. And I think it turns out pretty well. There's no problems or anything. So let's go on to the next figure. These two together because it makes the most sense because they're both pretty similar, except for one cool feature, which they both have, and that is they both turn into ghosts, which is pretty cool. So here's them in ghost form. And this is their alternate ghost form. It's the same figure with a different head, hair or helmet, and then accessories. I think it turns out pretty good. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure to go check out some of my last videos because they're pretty cool. I put a lot of time editing them, and just as a pointer, or not really a pointer, just something to watch out for in the future. In the next few days, I'll be posting a video where I basically show you all the modifications I made to this and comparing the old version, which is this version, to the modified version. Then I'll also have a video on the haul that I got this in, my first haul in a long time. So thank you so much for watching this video, and Space Bubbles out.